Everyone loves their mum, and I love her so much, and we're going to make the best out of a bad situation. To be fair to her, she takes every day as it comes, and just like everyone else, you have your good and bad days, and when she has her bad days, I'm there for her.
I was diagnosed in January, but probably a year ago I started noticing some symptoms, as in I kept on losing my balance and tripping going up the stairs and several things, but I just put it down to old age, believe it or not, eh?
We were in the back garden, and she went to go bend for a can of juice, and she fell over, and she fell backwards, and like at first it was kind of like I was in shock, and I picked her up, and I just looked at her, and like I could see in her face like she was scared.
It's been very tough because I've had to give up work, I'm having to move house, so there's been quite a lot of upheaval in my life, and plus I'm practically in every day. I can't go out on my own, I've got to depend on people, so I do find it difficult, but he's been a good help.
When it all happened, I didn't tell anyone because it was such a traumatic experience, but I just felt like I didn't want to tell anyone. It's something that affects you so bad mentally, and you never want like your mum and stuff to see that, and you couldn't visit anyone. Like I couldn't visit friends, and I didn't start telling people until one of my best friends, Kyle, he'd seen my mum, and my mum had told him, and he'd messaged me and said, like, I know it's tough, but like, talk up about it. And the moment I spoke up, like, it felt like getting a weight off my chest.
I sometimes think that it's an illness that's in the background, it isn't promoted enough. And there is a lot of people that suffer from it. I think it needs more awareness. Like when I say to some people I've got Parkinson's, they said, what is that?
I remember going on Google and just typing in fundraisers and good fundraising ideas, and the first things that came up were like cancer stuff, and like, you know, not stuff related to like Parkinson's and stuff like that. And I just thought, well, like it doesn't really get enough, in my opinion anyways, it doesn't get enough awareness. So the idea came about, well, why don't like I physically test and push myself to what I can, and I was thinking, well, where can I walk to that's such a long distance? And the first place was Easter Road. Like, why not like connect two things that you love the most, like my mum and like Hibs, and like combine them? And about a couple of weeks before it, I set up the Just Giving page, and I described, it was Parkinson's Awareness Month. So that was like one of the big reasons as well why I wanted to do it, to raise awareness. So I put up the page, and like honestly, I shared it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And when my goal, I'd say to my mum, I was like, I'd be happy with £500. Like £500 is enough for me. Like that is felt like I'd be grateful for that. And we got £500 within the first 12 hours. I raised £1,875, which is the year Hibs were found. So I'm not one for like believing in stuff like this, but there's a little part of me that just thought like that's kind of crazy how it's finished on that number. I said that to my mum, and she was like, that's crazy, like the connection with the club, and you're a Hibs fan.
Hibs does run through my family, big time, eh? So my dad was a Hibs supporter, my young brother was a Hibs supporter. So it is in the family.
I can see straight away Paul Hamlin, he's got a good one. Lewis Stevenson, legend, man. Oh, Daz McGregor, oh what? That's absolutely surreal, honestly, thanks so much. My dad used to take me to the game sometimes, and then I got a proper season ticket when I was 13 years old, started going with my friends. As the years went by, my love grew for the club, I would say, and got more interested in the away games and the history of the club. And then obviously that big day in May in 2016, the cup final, the David Gray header, I was there, so best day of my life.
Who will step forward and become heroes? Who will step up for the Scottish Cup?
When the game kicked off, you could tell that Hibs were at it, like they wanted it. And I always remember the 3rd minute, Stokesy put it in the bottom right corner.
Would you just know it? Anthony Stokes on loan from Celtic.
And then the first thought in my head was, we only have another 80 odd minutes and we've won the cup. And the game went on, and it was just non-stop Hibs. And I looked at my friend and I was like, you know what's coming if we don't get a second.
Tavernier, Waghorn and Miller to Amat. What a terrific equaliser! And it's Kenny Miller!
But to be fair, 1-1 you think, oh well, here it goes, but straight away from kick-off, Anthony Stokes gets the ball and he hits the post, and you're like, wow. You get in at half-time 1-1. And honestly, I said to my friend at half-time, I was like, thank God, 15 minutes to breathe and like regroup ourselves. So the second half kicked off, and yeah, again, we were just absolutely all over them. Like, it was honestly non-stop. But as the minutes went by, you could feel the tension and the anxiousness from the Hibs fans because of what had happened. We hadn't won this cup for so long. And Andy Halliday just picked the ball up and made it 2-1 Rangers, and I just looked at my friend and I was like, it's happening again. Honestly, at 2-1 I would have thought we're dead and buried, and I always remember it. Stokesy, oh what a guy. Anthony Stokes, the corner gets delivered in, he just headers it front post.
Henderson delivers! He's done it again! Anthony Stokes!
2-2, 10 minutes to go, and oh my, every Hibs fan was all over the place. Like, you didn't even want to watch the match. The 93rd minute, David Gray gets a throw in, he plays a quick pass to 5A, he plays it out to Stokes, and typical Stokes, he's wanting his hat-trick, he hits it and it goes out for the corner. And you're kind of thinking, someone gets your head on this is going to be absolute bedlam, but you always think it's never going to happen. And the corner gets whipped in and Davey gets his head on it, and like, honestly, the celebrations were, I just was in shock.
Hibs are standing on the brink of history after 114 years. They've almost done it. They've almost won the Scottish Cup.
And my first thought was, we still have another 2 minutes. Those 2 minutes felt like 2 days.
They've only gone and done it. They've only gone and won the Scottish Cup.
Seeing the team lift that cup, and I'll never forget the cheer that Stubbsy got when he went up for that, because the guy's a living legend.
At last, Hibs have won the Scottish Cup.
And going home, like, the first thing I done was just like hug my mum. Oh.
Hi Baillie, just a quick message, just a massive well done on what you've managed to do. Obviously very sad to hear about your mum, but doing that walk from Livingston to Easter Road is a great achievement, and to raise some money is unreal. So hopefully see you soon at Easter Road, and looking forward to the cup final Saturday, so hopefully we can get a win. See you soon, bye.
Oh, wow, that's Deutsch. Oh wow, that's surreal, man. That's that's great. That's
nice,
great.
That's
wow. Nah, that's awesome, man. It's just something like that. Yeah, that just like, I feel like Deutsch. I've always liked Deutsche. If we manage to get the job done on Saturday, I know we won't be there, but I'm sure places will be lethal. It'll feel like if you're in Leith on Saturday, you'll feel like you're at the game with the amount of fans, and it's going to be different, but I'm still looking forward to it. It's a cup final, no matter what, you know. And St Johnstone's no pushover, so I'm hoping that Ross has the boys ready.
Well, I think they're difficult opponents. I think that's obvious to say in terms of the record against us this season, and also what they've achieved as a team. I think justifiably they've had success, but we've caused them problems at times within the games, and we've had a terrific season as well. To finish where we have been in the league and to keep going deep into cup competitions means we are a good squad full of good players. So we've enjoyed the week's preparations. We've still got a bit to go, obviously, to finish them off, but thus far they've went really well.
It would mean the absolute world, honestly, just the absolute world to come home and give her a hug and say, we've done it again. And to go home to my mum and say it and see the smile and on my face, that'll bring her some amount of joy would be everything, absolutely everything.